Welcome to a Right to Reply video where we look through all the comments you've been posting negatively about ARK and about me, and about time we gave a response. See if these comments are valid, warranted, or just poking a bit too much naughtiness fun at me or ARK. That's not how this is going to go. Let's do this. Let's go. We're going to poke a random comment out of millions of these comments and see which one. Let's make sure that let's pick all the negative ones. Let's go for the most negative comments. Negative only, there we go. Let's just scroll and pick one at random. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, here we go.
After 20 hours, I had nothing but issues. Data spots are not working, tapes disappearing, constant crashes, and performance is all over the place. Don't bother. Wait for sale. Jesus, I don't know where to begin. Over 6 delays, and I missed the launch day window entirely. It continues. Holy crap, this is a big one. Graphics look better, textures are more realistic, but barely. Dinosaurs barely look improved, and you would have to get extremely close to tell. Water looks great minus the foam particles. Snow is compacted with visible footprints. Light shafts look good on max settings, but be prepared to lose frames or get buggy effects when turned down. Flipping heck, there's a lot on this one. Let's go to the summary. Honestly, I don't think these changes are worth the asking price at all. The best thing about this remaster is that you don't have to wait 10 minutes between loading screens with an SSD. These features should have been given free via a free update though. Maybe at most a $10 upgrade, but Wildcard and Snail Games don't seem to care much about goodwill or a positive reputation among their fans or players, and would rather charge close to the price of a full game with no discount for owners of Survival Evolved. Give it a year or two to iron out the kinks, get all the content you're paying for, and hopefully wait for a massive sale. So, I think this actually isn't that much of a negative comment. Reading through it, there's a lot of points to be put, and certainly warranted points to be put. After 20 hours though, is 20 hours enough to establish a fair judgment on ARK? Possibly, right? I think a lot of these points that are being put out there about ARK, I can't not agree with. There are issues. There definitely are. Textures are barely realistic though. I think we've definitely moved on leaps and bounds since ARK Survival Evolved, but I agree with all of the buggy issues that we got going on, and right now especially. In fact, today, probably the worst time to leave a review since the most recent update. There is some definite graphical issues going on. I don't know what's going on. It isn't looking as good as it should do. It isn't looking as good as it was on day one. Why?
I don't know what's happened. I guess they're perhaps pulling back to allow players who couldn't play it at all are now able to play it, and as a result, high-end opportunities to play ARK are having an effect as a result. Not sure, but he's right. He's not wrong. Vespertine is certainly right in the sense of, yeah, content. Content's the issue right now. Yeah, it's a speedier game. It is a speedier game. Once the content's there that you're paying for, happy days. Is it worth paying for now? It's a difficult one to swallow for people like Vespertine. Okay, on to a comment for me. Let's go. We're going to alternate. Here we go. Are you ever not complaining and then you play anyway? Why don't you just enjoy it instead of like a all the time? Listen, right? I am the man. I am the person who apparently smells the roses of everything that Wildcard make. You have been telling me this for so long. I made 2 videos, 2 that I guess went into a more negative fashion. In fact, 1. The other one wasn't as bad, but the first one, yeah, it was quite a negative video in response to the center delay. But you know, more than often, I'm the guy praising it all. I'm the one who's saying happy days all round and looking at the upside of everything, because what's the point? What's the point in being negative all the time? It's just draining. I think if you are negatively looking at something all the time, move on. Go and play something else, mate. Like if you are still here negatively looking at this game, genuinely, it's not the game for you, right? But that's my opinion. I think there's always an upside to something. People do make decisions for a reason. They don't do it just to negatively impact us all. There's a reason behind it, surely. And let me pull up another example. Oh, this was So this was in response to me paying $10 to join this ARK official server. Therefore, my friend, you never watched the video, because if you watched it, you'd see it was all in jest. The $10 thing was just in jest about paying $10 for a server. Obviously, it's $10 to download Svartalfheim Premium. Fun poking. That's all we was doing there, mate.
ARK is dead, you damn wildcard ass-kissing simp. It's dumbass like you that keep letting wildcard pull this kind of...
There we go. Like, 2 comments on both sides of the fence. Does that summarise us as a division of people, community, and our hopes and dreams of what we think and we love about what we do? Okay, let's go for a more recent one. There we go, most recent. Here we go. 66 hours on record, so fair to say they've spent a bit of time with this.
Atrocious performance. My PC isn't crap. In fact, runs most needy games just fine. But this thing right here, it scares him. All heart, I guess that was a swear word, settings on lowest, even turn the clouds off, and it still doesn't reach any playable frame rate. If it hits 15 FPS, it's a win. Just wait for some patch, guys. Don't buy it.
It's not wrong to some extent. I too have issues, and I'm running like what am I running? A 3070, I think, or is it 38? No, a 4080, I think. And I still run into issues myself. Though frame rate is a bit hit and miss, there's definitely some optimization that needs to be improved without a shadow of a doubt. And it's getting better since launch, but it doesn't feel like we're quite there yet. And it's difficult. It's difficult at this point. I think it certainly overwhelms it all that this game came out 6 months ago based on a product that had its own optimization issues. It was like the fundamental thing. The game needed to come out playing absolutely smooth, and it didn't, and it still doesn't in places. It's still not perfectly there. It's still not the perfectly optimized performance for a wide variety of PCs. I keep hearing people with less than a 30 series, you got no chance. Limiting the audience that can play this. Is it future-proofing? Maybe, but I agree. I do stand firmly on the stance that this game came out far too soon. It wasn't ready, and because of that Nitrado deal, it had to come out, right?
This creator is a moron. In response, it blows my mind how consumers can love something so much that they just allow themselves to be disrespected and lied to for 8 years. Then pay more money and do it again for another 8 years with the same game. ARK players are actually...
Hey, maybe I am a bit slow at times, but I ain't that slow, man. Listen, there's a reason, right? And this is something I want to delve into more myself. There's a reason we are still playing this franchise. There's a reason it's getting on 10 years old and we're still playing it. Before ARK, I played every game under the sun, every blockbuster game that came out, and then this game came along and hooked me. Hook and Sinker, one of them. Sink and Hooker, don't even know. And there's something about this, right? That I think it's just, it's such a sandbox experience in so many delivery ways you can play this. It's a game that only is limited by your imagination to some extent, and with the more mods that come out for it, I think Ascended will certainly expand as time ticks on. But you know, apparently I'm a moron. So all right, another ARK review. Let's go to all time negative only, most helpful all time. Have there been liked or something? Okay. Scroll.
If you know ARK Survival Evolved, nothing changed. Okay, there are some nice quality of life changes, but everything else in general is the same, or even worse. Now you might think, my friend, is this only an early access game? I should be patient. Then I would say, for the love of God, they had 8 years to learn and improve. Having bugs like the ones in ASA are unacceptable from a developer that ran basically the same game for almost 10 years. I just talked about this. Flyers through walls, hello meshes, baby dinos fall through mesh,
Your tabes get stuck in mesh, constant crashes, rollbacks, tape dinos get teleported to certain locations. You push rafts at each other and access the containers on the other rafts. War dino spawns is screwed. Your camera view gets stuck. Hitboxes are terrible. Terrain, invisible barricades, grass, stone floating in the air. These are the only ones that came to mind suddenly. But believe me, there is more. It's almost like a game is designed to favour exploiters to follow the old toxic path of ASE. If you like to play in a toxic official environment with lots of exploits, bugs, glitches, go ahead. ASA is for you. And to be fair, most of these have actually patched by now. They have, I'm pretty sure. Most of them have gone and we are done with now. No need to worry about most of these. But it does beg the question, because this review was back in November. It does beg the question though, was these like put out on purpose? I just think it was down to a case of the devs being not ready to put ASA out. I really do. I really do. That it felt like it should have launched maybe like when Scorched Earth is coming out, right? And maybe they were aiming for that, but they sadly didn't have a choice, and now are giving ARK Ascended a mixed review on Steam, which is better than somewhat positive. No, in fact, it was somewhat positive. It's now gone back down to mixed. Are you drunk during this? You showed it and then proceed to ramble, repeat 2 minutes of information into 11 minutes somehow, slurring and repeating yourself. I appreciate the effort, I guess. Well, I'm glad to hear you appreciate the effort, my friend Cotton Frogger. You know, sometimes I do like a little tipple. Not all the time. And so, do you know what? When was this? Yeah, so that was a news video late in the night. To be fair, when Wildcard drop these news videos, their crunches and that, it's like stupid o'clock in the morning. And to be fair, Friday night, I might have had a beer. I might have been drunk. It's a good possibility. But yeah, I do ramble a lot. I'm rambling now. That honestly, that's just who I am, mate. Like, I don't know. What you want me to say? Repeat 2 minutes of information into 11 minutes somehow. See, but I think I would argue it's an art to get 2 minutes of information into 11 minutes, right? No? I enjoy the challenge sometimes of seeing a nothing crunch and figuring out, okay, how can I make this into a actual watchable video than just reading the text off the page. No fingers being pointed at anyone. All right, another one. I have troubleshooted the entire playtime on my account. It's beyond buggy to the point where it's unplayable. It crashes constantly, has terrible performance, and it's just so unbelievably unoptimized. I've just wasted enough of my time trying to get it to even run. After 3.5 hours, if you can't play the game, then there's definitely an issue there. Me wondering, did you have a perhaps under-spec machine, which is a good possibility with many of these people that have been trying to play this, and probably why there's so many negative responses in this in these reviews, right? You lucky you don't play on a server with me and my boys, Asian Dude 51 and Weeniest Beast. That base you went into, weak AF. We have way better buildings and we will rock you, you small ass man. I am pretty small actually. Did you not know I'm 4'2"? Hey. This video right here, why I won't play official PvP. So many people thought that was staged. Why? Why would I spend the time to stage that? Like, if I'm going to stage something decent, it's going to be a decent raid, right? Like, not just sneaking into someone's base, and I have you know. Perhaps the magic of editing doesn't speak it, but in that short alone, there's a moment where it clips, where I sat in a corner, in that little corner where I hid, for a whole day. I logged off. I logged back on, and I was waiting for that door to open to run in, and then the server crashed and rolled back anyway. So that whole like full 2 days was just a waste of time. But hey, like I guess we've got to go and raid Asian Dude and Weeniest Beast an exception because I'm a small ass man. Hey, to be fair, I'll be down for that. Most people say I got a big ass. Not a new game, like promised, same old bugs, and the devs keep making the game worse, simply because they're only here for the cash grab. Postponing updates with no real release date ever being mentioned. Very sloppy, and honestly, a scam that could potentially lead to a huge class action lawsuit due to undelivered promises and a massive disappointment brought on by the morons at Snail Games. Wildcard did a better job with Unreal Engine 4. What a joke! Mate. Yeah. let's just break that down a bit. Cash grab. It does, right. I think once the content has arrived, maybe most will look at this in a different light. Right now, it's very difficult to look at it otherwise than a cash grab because it is the island and just the island. And until new things come to it that warrant why it's worth the jump to Unreal 5 rather than just a Unreal 5 changed island. There are points that are going to be made, and they're going to be said. Like that's the problem in these games that are forever being updated, and you know you're paying first and waiting for the content later. Yeah. A class action lawsuit, though, I would love to see somebody try this. I really would. I can't see it ever happening. I think we all like to complain, and we should complain. I think it's healthy, believe it or not, whilst I'm poking fun at these comments. It is, as long as you're a little bit cleaner in how you deliver, it is healthy to negatively tell Wildcard what to do and sort it out. Though you've been playing the game for 223 hours, my friend, so I don't know. Do you really not recommend this game? Perfect. Here we go. So this is one directed at me, but again, saying I'm being negative. You negative just want something to complain about at every opportunity. I never heard of you say a damn thing about pay to win when all of the maps on ASE released with exclusive dinos you couldn't get without paying for the map. So shut up, man. You're trying to kill the game with your constant crying and whining. Christ, this community is ass. Like, again, I did 2 videos. Everything else is full of positivity. It's wild, man. It's wild. It's incredible to see, you know, in doing a negative video, how many people believed, oh, that was it. I was turning a new leaf, or, you know, being as critical as they think I should be at Wildcard. But in actuality, just being me, just being who I am and how I feel and how I felt at the time. And in fact, the reason why I was so negative was based on the preparations that I had done and other people had done for the centre. And I was so gutted and let down by that alone. Delays happen all the time. I think I'd love to see how I would have took the news if I hadn't have done all that. I mean, it still sucks like it's been delayed till God knows when, but I don't know, man. Like, was I really that negative? Like, really? There's so many other comments. So let's just read this one. There's nothing at 6335. You liar. Do you know, that's because, Qme, I thought I'd send you on a little trip. See if you can figure it out yourself. That's why I did that. It shows that there's no pleasing everyone. I think that's what the point I'm trying to make. That you're either a simp one day, or pay by wildcard one day, or you're a negative asshole the next day. There's no winning. There's no winning. There's really not. Holy crap. Right. Man's got 1,250 hours recorded. Recent update broke the game so bad that Wildcard had to roll the update back to a previous version. That instructed all modders they needed to recook their mods. Almost a week later, this game is still broken and unplayable. I love ARK, and I've been playing since the first game released, and I have over 10k hours in ASE and 1k hours in ASA, but I won't be returning to this game after this BS. I feel like they should have learned from ASA and not push out updates until they are tested.
but they haven't learnt anything. Honestly, the difference between ASC and ASA was not worth the time or effort the wildcard put into it. I was only enjoying ASA because of the money bumps, which always looked 10 times better than wildcard could ever put out. What a waste of time and money.
How did you come to that realisation now? After 1,200 hours, you then realised, maybe I don't like this game. Come on. Come on. You can't. You can't be that critical after 1,200 hours. Well, I'll tell you something for free. Where is it? You won't be returning. I guarantee. In fact, where man dropped. It doesn't tell me. Damn it. I'd love to know if apparently Joe is playing ARK right now. Last played on 15th of March. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. He's stuck true to his word. Hasn't played since the 15th of March. Let's all be checking on apparently Joe in the next few weeks and see if they play ARK Ascended again. I want to know. And ladies and gents, boys and girls, the creme de la creme. The creme de la creme of comments right here, right now.
Let it be known, this guy sucks. Wasn't even mid through. It took him to boss to realise he wasn't on alpha. Shows how much he really knows about this game. Go remarkable, just terrible. This one video shows your whole ARK community the knowledge you have. You're a fake dude. Unsubbed Raasclark? More like you don't care about this game. You care about making a buck, loser.
I'm just gonna say, if you are that angry about anything in life, perhaps it's time for a little rain check, a little moment to yourself. And like I say to all of you, it really does. Like, I love you all. I do. I love the ARK community, and I love the community here watching this video right here, right now, who hopefully are liking the video. If you're not, do it, please, quickly. And if you want more of these, you know, especially, because I've got no idea how this video is going to go. But it's okay. It's okay to offer criticism. It really is. This is the point of this video. It's okay to offer criticism at the game, at me. It really is. But if you feel that strongly about something, I think it's time to move on. Would you agree? Would you agree? I don't know. God knows how this video is going to go. Flipping heck. Comment below if you enjoyed this. And I'll do more. Until the next one, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.